In today's video, we're going to be making steak poivre. To get started, we're going to take 2 ribeye steaks about 1 to 1¼ inches thick. We're going to start off by patting the ribeyes dry on both sides. Go ahead and flip over and pat the other side dry as well. Next, we're going to season the ribeyes. I'm going to be using a little bit of pepper and some salt to lightly season both sides of the ribeyes. These steaks are from a local direct-to-consumer beef producer in the area. I got these from Chisholm Trail Meats, but you can find these from a local producer in your area or even from the grocery store. After seasoning, I'm going to set these aside and let them marinate in the seasonings for about 20 to 30 minutes. While the meat is seasoning, I'm going to go ahead and make a little mustard sauce that we're going to throw in our sauce later on. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of mustard, add a splash of white wine vinegar, a dash of garlic powder, and some salt and pepper. And then add a little drop of honey for some sweetness. You can also use a Dijon Mustard if you have that on hand. And then just stir to combine. Next, we're going to heat up our stove to a medium heat and add some olive oil and let that heat up. Once our pan is nice and hot, we're going to go ahead and add the steaks into the pan. Cook each side for about 3 to 4 minutes, maybe a bit longer depending on thickness. And then flip over and cook on the other side. Making sure to get them flat in the pan. Cook again for about 3 to 4 minutes on the other side. Again, add a little bit more time if needed for thickness. You flip over and continue cooking to your desired doneness, and make sure to hold on the side like this to ensure the sides get a nice sear on them as well. Do the same for the other steak and continue cooking to your desired doneness level. Once you get to about the last minute, we're going to add some butter onto both steaks and then take a little brush and baste it around to ensure the entire piece of meat is covered in butter. This is going to add some nice flavor and get a really nice doneness on the outside of our steaks. Then we'll flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. Let those set for about 30 seconds to a minute. And then once you're done on that side, you can flip over. Check the meat. And just get a really nice finish. I like to flip over a couple times and make sure that each side is done to my liking. I'm starting to see a nice brown crispiness on the top and seeing that fat start to change color, but this is a really nice brown and I'm happy with it. So flip those sides one more time, just hold for a few seconds on the bottom of the pan, and then we'll take these off the stove back to the plate and just cover with a tin foil loosely, and then set aside and let those sit and rest for a bit while we make our sauce. Make sure to turn off the stove heat after you pull the steaks off. And then we'll put that on a low temperature for the sauce. So for the sauce, I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of beef broth. You can also use a Brandy or a Cognac if you have that on hand. And then just scrape all of the brown bits off of the bottom and the sides of the pan and incorporate that into the broth. And then once everything's fully incorporated, we'll let this simmer for about 1 to 2 minutes and reduce by half. Once the broth is simmering and reduced, we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of heavy cream, and then we'll add in the mustard sauce that we made earlier, or you can use a Dijon Mustard if you have that on hand. Also add some salt to taste. And then just stir this up. Until everything is fully incorporated. And then we'll let this sauce simmer on low heat for about 3 to 4 minutes until thickened. can also go ahead and stir occasionally while the sauce is simmering and just make sure everything is fully incorporated. After a few minutes, you'll see the sauce has gotten a bit thicker, and you can just stir again to finish it off, and then we'll go ahead and take this off the stove. Do a little taste test before you're done and add a little bit of more salt if desired. Now that our sauce is done, our steaks have been sitting for a bit, it's time to plate. You can see that the steaks finished cooking. They're on the plate. They have a very nice color, and we'll just add the sauce on top for a little bit of extra flavor. And then you can garnish with a little bit of green. And there you have it. An easy 20-minute ribeye steak au poivre. Of course, you have to do a little taste test to see what this looks like on the inside. Got a really nice cut there. Beautiful and delicious. Enjoy!